family. The sister was in my grade. The other sister was in Dorit. Like we had the same best friends. Now,
Yeah.
Dorit didn't go to their father's, funeral and all this other stuff. I'm not getting in the middle of all of that. But
Mhm.
like so I mean but so maybe it's because like I know where she's from, I know our high school. I personally find Dorit, yes, she's she likes nice things. I find her very real. I really do.
Yeah,
Like I don't
I do
find
too.
her, it's Beverly Hills. I mean, who doesn't like a ton of money? I love tons of money. I find her
Yeah.
very like something authentic and real. So to your point, yeah, like she's prime for, I mean, she's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. There's a lot of age appropriate guys out there that do not want a 22-year-old. They just don't. Like they want
No.
someone age appropriate, like right, like you say, like a Lauren Sanchez. They want someone age appropriate that's also cultured and knows the world. Like Dorit is prime for the taking by some
Yeah.
really
And
attractive, hot, very wealthy guy.
let's just hope she doesn't get a gold digger, or like someone who, no, I actually think she's going to find somebody with more money than her for sure. But let's just hope she doesn't get a Louis Ruelas who's addicted to
Ugh.
fame and the spotlight, because that will really take her down. But I think she's a smart girl. I
Louis
think she's
Reales,
finding
I
into
mean,
her own.
we can go down the list. I mean, we have Paulie from Ireland over there with Dolores. We have John Jansen, who was with Shannon, is now with Alexis. I mean, we got a lot of them here, honey.
Oh my gosh, yes. What about the one that was dating Vicky?
Vicky has bad taste too. I mean, that's what I mean. I think Dorit, I don't know.
I
I
already forgot
feel,
his name. What was his name?
well, there was Brooks and then there was, I guess
Brooks.
Brooks, but then there was also Steve. Steve Lodge, she claims, is like a total fame whore and just used her for fame and all this
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah, and there's also I think the someone else is on OC right now who's a lot like Louis. I think
John
Ryan.
Jansen. John
Ryan. John.
Jansen.
Yeah.
Or yeah, John Jansen, who's with Alexis.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
So I
Oh no,
think it's, yeah.
there's another one married to another girl. I think him and Louis have actual like the warrior camp Louis went to.
Ryan. Yep, that's Ryan with
Ryan.
Jen
There you go. Yeah,
Pedantry.
Ryan. Ryan, yeah. So there's a lot of those guys coming around. So I hope Dory doesn't get stuck with one of those guys, but I think
She
she's a smart girl.
I
She
hope
won't.
not either. She's so prime for the taking. I give this episode, I mean, listen, some people in my DMs, I think most people liked it. Some people didn't. I personally give it like a 9.5 if I mean that's just I don't know. I mean, I'm blinded when I see money. I find it so much more interesting to watch. I do. At least I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. And really, one more thing about Dorit. I feel like this was an ode to Dorit, this episode.
I know, like
Dorit,
we will talk about other things, but that is what this
yes.
episode was. I mean,
Yes, she took the cake this episode when she walks up to Kyle and she's staring at the hat and she's like, it's a weapon. Be careful. Like she came in hot. In every scene, Dorit just delivered.
she came in hot, especially where she's like, no, like the way it ended was great, where she's like, no, Kyle, like I'm really upset. If you really want to get under the hood of the car, let's go. And by the way, we didn't even talk about now. I mean, there's 1,000 million pictures and memes. And I mean, this is a new meme that's going to break out forever. I mean, smoking that long, I mean, who can make smoking? I personally find smoking cigarettes to be the most disgusting habit in the entire world. No offense to anyone who smokes. I just am not into it. Who can make smoking so glamorous with a lighter and driving at the same time? On Watch What Happens, she said she was being chased by the paparazzi at that point. And just to have that long, elegant cigarette, I'm like, yeah. And like she does smoke, like Luann smokes. I mean, I think I can say that. Like a lot of these housewives do smoke,
Teresa
and
smokes, but she hides it.
she does. You're right. She does smoke. So that's what I mean. I don't know why they all hide it. Like, no judgment.
No.
I think it's disgusting. If I did it, I would gladly admit it. But yeah, I mean, I
It
just
was
love
such
all
a
of a sudden
relatable
she's, yeah.
it was such a real and relatable moment. I think that's why it set the internet on fire. And that was the number one thing I saw Dorit smoking that cigarette. Everybody was like, yes, bitch. Like, what? What a moment. And you know why? A lot of people can relate to us when you're in, doesn't matter the situation. If you're fucking stressed out and you smoke, you're going to pull that cigarette out and light that bitch up and smoke it,
Hmm.
And she did it. And I love that she didn't hide it. It was just, again, a real moment. And that's why it took off.
I turn to food when I'm stressed out. I shove my fucking face full of bad food. But yes, a cigarette is, well, I mean, we all do something. I mean, it does, it calms you down. Like, I get it. Like, you're stressed, you're driving. Now we learned you're being chased by the paparazzi. You're filming a reality TV show where they basically tell you, girl, you better open up and just spill it all. And look, maybe someone said, like, this is it, girl. Like, you got to come
Yeah.
back and just this is it. If you try to hide, and I mean, that was the rumor at the time that they said, look, this isn't a storyline, but I do think they said to her, you know, this is how you win over the audience, and like you have to do this. Like this is actually
Yeah.
happening in
And
your life. We can't have another, and Kyle has said in the press too, Mauricio really, really, really did not want me to talk about what was happening last season. So I really hit it. She too promises that this season she's going to be more open because I mean it's out there, and a lot of it was because Mauricio asked her not to. I mean, I can't do anything in the home here. I have like doorman, and I literally had someone come today for something. So I could relate when Kyle's like can't do the TV. Like that is me. Like I think that's
yeah,
relatable too. Anyone
yeah,
that's
it
good
is.
around the house, more power to you. I'm just not. I wish I
Yeah.
was.
I definitely think that production told Dorit to step up, and I definitely think Dorit said, "Hold my beer," and she did. She stepped up. Kyle did give us that moment in her confessional where she did share with her daughters about not really knowing in regards to her sexuality, and I thought the really like the part that pulled at your heart the most in regards to Kyle in that confessional was when she said, I didn't want my girls to be embarrassed of me. And that was such a real moment because a lot of people who are gay and when they do come out, that is what they're afraid of, being embarrassed.
Especially
And
when you have
it's
kids, right? That's got to be
yeah,
hard.
and it's sad and it's real and it's reality. So I like that she did give us that moment. And I wish we could see more of that. But unfortunately, it seems like we might not. I mean, she doesn't even want to mention Morgan, which is okay, her prerogative. But also, we do see her in the preview running away, and boss is like, "Where you going?" Like, I wish she would just check in more and just, give us the reality. But we'll have to wait and see.
It's going to be good. And yeah, I mean, I see now why Crystal Kung is not there. Like we don't need her. I mean, if we
Yeah,
got rid of Crystal to make way for a Boz, job well done already. I really was like, wow. Like I knew I would like Jennifer Tilly because I know that someone told me in my DMs, I guess because I did a show the other day and I said, because Jennifer is there in Bel Air. So I said, like, look, they all have money. Like this is the real deal. But like Sutton and Kathy and Kyle probably have the most. And then I said, it seems like Jennifer has a lot too. Like, I guess what? Like, just she saved money as an actress. Someone slipped into my DMs to say that apparently Jennifer was married to one of the creators of The Simpsons, and that they had a very or they had a divorce, and I guess it was amicable, just was very generous, more generous than he should.
yeah. She's in Sutton's situation. She's well taken care of.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. So,
No.
I mean, you get the sense like you live in Bel Air. She is always at the Bel Air Hotel with Sutton at lunch, and they're always traveling. I mean, one of the creators of The Simpsons. I mean, that ain't no joke. So, good for her. I love to
Yeah.
hear
And
that.
really quick, I love that it came out on the after show that Kyle was hitting on Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I didn't watch that yet. Like, what was that? Like, what? Like, so what? Like, what? Like, where was this? Because I didn't in Aspen. Like, when?
Yes, it was an Aspen. I guess she was hitting